Okay, so tonight on the menu we're having beef dips. So they're kind of like beef sliders, and then I just make au jus to dip them in. So I have a pack of buns that I just cut lengthwise, a little bit of garlic butter on the buns. This is not healthy at all. There's so much butter, but it's really good. And then I sauteed some mushrooms and onions in some butter, olive oil, and garlic. And then I'm just making a mixture of butter and beef broth that's gonna go on top. I'll film me putting it all together, and then I'll tell you how long I'm gonna cook it for and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so we put the, we put the mushrooms and onions on the bottom, layered on the garlic beef. I just get garlic roast beef just from the deli. I think I got 500 grams, if that helps. And then Swiss cheese, top bun, and then that butter beef broth mixture. I'm going to cover these with foil and then put them in the oven for about 20 minutes, and then I'll take the foil off for about 5 or 10 more minutes. But it's a little bit difficult to get the middle to melt, so make sure that you check the middle and that the cheese is melted. And then yeah, I'll show you how I make the au jus. Okay, so here are the finished beef sliders. So you just slice them kind of in this pan and then serve them up individually. And then I just made a packet of au jus from the grocery store to dip it with. And you can also serve them with horseradish or horseradish mayo. That would be really good too. Okay, so tonight we are making a Tuscan Italian sausage tortellini. Let's call it that. So I have onions going here. I'm gonna add garlic to those. I've got some sun-dried tomatoes chopped up that I'm gonna add to that sauce as well. I have hot Italian sausage here that I just fried, and I'm just draining the grease in a paper towel. And then I'm gonna do some cream and some cheese. I think I'm gonna do white cheddar cheese. Toss it all with the tortellini and we're gonna call that dinner. I think it's gonna be really good. I might put some basil on top. I will write out the recipe for you guys as per usual. But yeah, I will show you the rest of how I cook this. Okay, so the menu for tonight is shepherd's pie, a really easy version, definitely a good weeknight dinner. So first we have the onion you saw me chop up. I just sauteed that for a minute just to get it a little bit brown, and then I threw in half a pound of extra lean ground beef. I'm just trying to keep the fat down a little bit. And I am gonna drain any of the grease that's coming out of this beef out, and then I will salt, pepper, and add this garlic to it. And then I'm also gonna add some frozen peas and carrots, and then top it with just a pre-made thing of mashed potatoes. So from the deli department at your grocery store. Super easy, super simple. Top it with some cheese and bake it at 350 for, I don't even know, 35 minutes probably. I will show you the rest of it and show you how it turns out. Okay, I just did a bunch of stuff to this little mixture, but I will write it all out on the screen for you guys as usual. Put this in a baking dish, put the mashed potatoes on top, put the cheese on top, and then we'll throw it in the oven. If you guys are smarter than I am, then you could just put the mashed potatoes right on here, the cheese right on top, and just bake this skillet, because this is a skillet that you can put in the oven. But I'm unfortunately not that smart, and every single time I've ever done that, I will grab this handle, like without fail. I don't know, my brain doesn't have enough capacity to not do that apparently. So I'm gonna put this in a baking dish that my brain isn't trained to grab the handles of without oven mitts. I'm using regular white cheddar, and then I'm also putting aged white cheddar on top. Yeah, just more of a depth of flavor. Okay, I'm not gonna cover this, but I am gonna put this on a cookie sheet because there's no way that this isn't gonna overflow. So yeah, just to make it clean up a little bit easier. Okay, so straight out of the oven. I'm definitely glad that I put the cookie sheet under it, because as you can see, I was right, it did overflow. I broiled it for a little bit after I cooked it for 35 minutes at 350, and this is the finished product. I think it looks really good. Okay, you guys, so we're kind of almost done. I figured I should tell you what we're actually having tonight. So we're having Chipotle chicken sandwiches. So the chicken, as you saw, I spiced with some Cajun seasoning, and then I seared it on probably medium-high heat, depending on your oven, until it was cooked to 165. If you don't have a meat thermometer, I highly recommend getting one. I overcooked all of my chicken until I got a meat thermometer, and then now I can just check it. It's at 165, it's good to take off. And then I let it rest on the cutting board for 10 minutes. That just keeps the juices in your chicken in. And then I actually sliced it lengthwise. This is a pretty hefty sandwich, and I find that a full chicken breast is a little too much. So I sliced it lengthwise to divide between 2 sandwiches, and then I just put some cheese on top, and I'm just throwing it on the warm setting with a lid on it to melt the cheese. And then you saw me make the chipotle sauce. I'll put on the screen how exactly to make that. And then these are just ciabatta buns that I put some melted butter on, and then I'll broil these to get them a little bit toasted. I have bacon, and then I'm also gonna put arugula on the sandwiches, and I will show you putting them together.